Hey, what's up, everyone? Today we're going to be looking at some new buys. I actually went to a coin shop here in town that I've never been to before, and I was looking for proof and mint sets. And as timing would have it, he dumped all of his inventory before the big Sacramento coin show that was here a few weeks ago. So I wasn't able to score on those, but he did have these here. And what these are, he said they're just regular mint sets, but these are what I call broken mint sets. All right, so broken mint sets are what you would classify as, someone opened up the original government packaging to a pre-proof set or a mint set, and they simply transferred them to these Whitman, kind of like a porthole style holder. Okay, as you can see, it has pennies through half dollars, and it's a nice way of showcasing the coins. All right, so I have a number of those that I'm gonna go through, and that's gonna be the basis of this video. But I also made a stop to a prominent antique mall here in town as well, and I was able to buy, kind of unusual, 3 rolls of proof nickels that we're going to go through in a separate video, and 2 rolls of proof cents, pennies. All right, so it'll look much like this. 1970 right here. Again, these look like they were broken out of proof sets and just stored away in these containers. But I was able to get a really good buy on these coins. I got $6 a piece for each roll of nickels and $2 a piece for each roll of pennies. So 4 times face on the pennies and 3 times face on the nickels. So we're going to look through those as well. So I'll go ahead and put those aside for now. So we're going to look at these broken sets. So we're going to look at the sets together. And we are going to highlight some of the benefits and the negatives to buying these proof or mint sets that have been broken out of their original, I guess, the container or the wrappers that they come in. So what we have here, this is, he mistakenly called this a 67 mint set. Of course, these all look like coins that have been just pulled out of circulation or just BU lots and then added together. This Kennedy right here is a 67. This quarter is a 67. This dime is a 65. 59 Jefferson nickel. And 68S Lincoln cent. So right away, this set right here is not a complete set of all of one date. It's a mix match. The good thing about buying the broken sets like these is you can actually get some really nice high quality coins. Like this quarter right here looks absolutely fantastic. It should grade 65, 66. And I think when we go through proof and mint sets, we look for the absolute highest grade with frosty cameos, and maybe perhaps we look for varieties and errors as well. If we wanted to get outside of the norm, we would buy stuff like this. Now, of course, the amount of money you spend on a broken mint or proof set will be less than one that's in the government packaging. So if you're out there looking around and someone offers sets much like these, you want to make sure that they're not pricing it above and beyond what the market value is. It just doesn't make any sense. Consider the coins as someone, as being gone through already and touched. So we have another 67 Kennedy. Now this quarter right here is absolutely stunning. This little scratch right here is actually on the holder. This coin right here is stunning in a sense that it barely has any marks on there, and that might be one that could grade about a 67. I might even send that one in. You never know. Send it to be graded, of course. Another 65 dime. 62 nickel this time around, and another 68s penny. So another hodgepodge mix of coins. But this is one of the reasons why we go through sets like this. As you guys know, in 65, 66, and 67, they didn't make a mint or proof sets. They made special mint sets. This one right here is a business strike coin. It's not a special mint set. And you can easily tell by the flow lines on the coin. The special mint sets have a lot of care taken on them, so that way they don't have those flow lines. But that is certainly one example of why you would go through a set like this, is to find a super high grade coins that you don't traditionally find in a mint or proof set. Here's another 67. As you can see, it has 67 Kennedy, Washington, another 65 dime, 59 nickel, and another 68s cent. Nothing really stands out too much here. The Washington quarter looks good. There's a few nicks on it though. You would almost have to guarantee yourself that it would grade out as 67 in order for it to be worth the money. Now here's where we have the solid broken mint sets. These are 64s. So you have the cent, nickel, dime, quarter, and half, all as 64s. And I think these were hand assembled right out of like bags or pocket change and that sort of thing. These did not come from a mint set. And these are all Philadelphia from what I could gather in there. And I paid $10 a piece for these, by the way, which is about $4 or $5 underneath what the going rate is for a 65 mint set. So I got that one. Here's another 64. This one is Philadelphia. I think I have a Denver somewhere in here. But as you can see, it's all 64 Philadelphias. The coins are nice. I would consider them more bullion material than anything else. As far as the silver, the nickel and the cent, they're just nice album type coins. There you go. The Kennedy on this one's pretty spotted on the obverse. But that's what we have for this one here. Here's another one with a really spotty Kennedy. It's a 64. The Kennedy is actually backwards, or maybe all the other four coins are backwards. But these are all 64 Phillies. Again, pretty nice album style type coins. Got these at $10 a piece, which is below market. I could turn around the sets I sold here and make a few dollars profit each. But I think these are just going to get stacked. Another 64. This one is Philly. Philly, Philly, Philly. The Whitman Porthole Holders are pretty neat. However, they don't maintain a very good enclosure. In fact, the tip of this pencil I can actually stick in. See that right there? Stick it all the way through. They don't shut very well. So if you had a bunch of these and you could drop a holder and it would probably split apart, I would imagine. Not my favorite. Whitman, aside from that, makes market acceptable type products. This is one of those things I don't care too much for, but it is a good way of presenting relatively inexpensive coins. And I picked up one final 64 mint set. This one is actually the Denver. So we have a really nice 64D Kennedy, 64D Washington, dime, nickel, and then a penny. All right, a little close up there. Right there's a D for Denver. On this one, it's right underneath the wreath, underneath the bald eagle, right here to the left of the bottom of the torch. And let's see, on the nickel, you're looking at right here to the right of Monticello. And then, of course, on the penny, it's right under the date for Denver. Yeah, this one does not appear to be a tried and true mid-set broken type set here. I think these were all just hand assembled from various BU rolls, maybe. So I know I didn't go into too much depth of what the positives and negatives are. The positives, again, is customarily you could pick up these sets for a few dollars cheaper than an actual mint or proof set if they were already broken outside of the government packaging. But be sure that you're not overpaying for something like this. It just doesn't make any sense. Plus, the coins could be compromised. There might be a fingerprint on one, dust, that sort of thing. So you don't want to overpay for these. I would say another negative is, I don't know. That's really the prime negative that I could think of when it comes to buying broken sets. I mean, I guess a minor negative would be that you would get a hodgepodge of coins that aren't commensurate of a full year set. It'd been nice to see a whole 67 rack pack of this right here, but you know, the mere fact that there's a 68 and a 59 and something else really doesn't, you know, again, something like this I paid $3 for, which I thought was a deal. The Kennedy melt-wise is $2.51. So pretty much I got all the other coins for free. So you can't beat that. So look for deals. Make sure you're not overpaying. And another positive, again, is to hunt out those high-end coins like this this quarter right here, which looks like it could grade. Look how clean that cheek and neck area is, and the fields. This is a coin that I would say would have a really good chance of grading at a 67. A 68 in this coin right here is 11,500, and I'll accompany a few thumbnail photos at the end of this video so you can see exactly how much some of these coins are selling for, or have sold for in the past. Like if you found a really nice 67 Kennedy and maybe a 68, mint state 68 or a 67 plus, those go for a lot more money too. So we just explored looking at broken mint and proof sets. This is more mint sets than anything, but the same applies to proof sets. And hope you guys had a wonderful time searching through my latest pickups. And stay tuned for the proof, cent, and nickel rolls. Those will be coming up right next for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.